Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here of Pinery Paper Crafts. Welcome to my craft studio. It is Monday, June 29th. It's almost Canada Day for those of us who live in Canada. And it's probably officially the start of summer because the school's finished on Friday. So that's always used to be a big deal for me. But I'm retired now, so it's a little bit different. And you can see what color nail polish I chose. I chose baby blue to match the water that I'm hoping to be in at the cottage soon. It's actually not that color, but close. Hello, Fran and Lise. Lise, you're here. We'll just wait a second. Hi, Cindy. All right, it's 3 o'clock. So time for another Facebook Live. And today I'm going to be working with the gold Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. And I've been using this a lot lately. Hello, Shannon. And yesterday I pulled out these backgrounds to try them on the cards that I made because I used some different ones. Here's the cards I made yesterday. We used vellum and made poppies. No, those aren't poppies, those are peonies. And I did try to see if they would look good on the backgrounds, but I didn't really like it as well as these other elements. So, hi Monique. Yes, Lise, you need to order that. If you're talking about the Gold Specialty Designer Series paper, I'm almost finished the first 3 sheets, and I haven't used many of these yet. That's why I was challenging myself to use them. So it's beautiful paper. It is $20, but you do get a lot of pieces and a lot of components in it. I don't know how many, but you get a lot. So today I thought I would try some cards. I actually took one of the frames and went over to my rack of paper to see which colors the gold matched with. And I really liked white and gold, and I liked petal pink and gold. So those are the ones I chose to use today. Soft seafoam is pretty as well. Some of the blues look nicer with a silver, but anyways, these are the ones we're going with. And I did use the Dainty Diamond embossing folder on the back of each one. And I have gold embossed each of the sentiments. So this is just kind of a little sneak peek on how they're going to look. I've cut out a bunch of gold, vellum, and white elements and some pink elements for this card. So we're going to do some layering up and put our cards together. So let's start with the pink one. So we'll grab these two. And I just did my nails, so hopefully they're dry and not going to get blue all over my cards. Oh well, it'll make for an interesting Facebook Live. Hi Lisa. Hello Patricia. Thank you for joining me. Oh man, I knew that was going to happen. So I'll show you how easy it is to change your stamp and seal. They do come with refills, and so I'm just going to cut it open because it's quicker. So this one goes in the garbage. Save your case, just like the last ones. And then there's 3 spots where you line it up. And you just make sure that you get it. I remember with the fast fuse that you get it in the last one. And then, voila. Simple. All right, let's keep going. I'm trying to do, I find the check mark works the best. All right, so we have petal pink, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, or just folded in half. This layer is 4 by 5 1/4. And so it's going to go on like that. Now, the only thing about these is getting them on your paper. So what I'm going to do is I have my little silicone mat, and I actually grabbed a piece of wax paper because this is getting yucky and I haven't cleaned it. So I'm going to take my sponge, a bit of white glue, and just dab it around. I'm just going around the edges. I need a bit more. Perfect. The white glue does get a bit messy, and you have to be careful with the vellum. If you get it on the front, it kind of makes a mess. Okay, so let's try to get that centered. All right, that looks good. Get this out of the way till the next one. Then I've gone ahead and heat embossed in gold, Always and Forever. This greeting is from the Forever Blossoms stamp set, which is a carryover from the last mini catalog. Always and Forever is a beautiful saying. You can use it for a lot of things. So I thought it would be appropriate. We're using it on 2 cards. So I wanted to put it down here, and then I want to have a few elements coming out of it. I picked this one because it's the same leaf as this one. And then I did go ahead and cut up the wreath, that's one of the elements, into a whole bunch of little pieces. It's really easy to do. There's obvious spots. I left this one long in case I want one big one, but there's obvious spots where you can just take your paper snips and cut it off. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces out of that one little wreath. So for this one, I think I'm going to stick with pink and gold. I'm not going to introduce, I'll try a vellum to see if I like it. But I think it might just be pink and gold for this one. And then the other ones, I'm going to use vellum, gold, and white. I'm not sure if I want any vellum on this one. Actually, I do kind of like it, but that's too big. I'm going to trim these down to the obvious little spot right there. So you get 2 pieces, and then what I would do is cut again. So from this one, I can get 3 pieces. There's a couple of leaves that are attached, so you just need to go, and then I just go back and trim the leaves. And I'll do that when I decide if I need them. All right, this has really got a lot going on, so I don't think we need a lot behind here, but we do need a little bit, and probably a gold bow. So maybe I'll put the vellum behind, a pink and a gold. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to build it up before I put it on the card using some glue dots. So I'll put one on the vellum and then build up with the pink and then with the gold. And we can add some other, but there's a lot going on with this, with these backgrounds. I don't think it needs a lot more. I think these backgrounds are going to be really pretty for some Christmas cards as well. Now this one I want up as high as I can get it. And then we're going to put it on the back of the card. Hi, Pat. Okay, so I want it kind of offset. I'm going to go down in the lower corner, add some dimensionals, and then we'll see if we need a bow. We might not, because there's already a lot of gold on here. And I did check for pink for a bow, but we do have this beautiful one, but it's too big for a bow. And I don't think it's really nice, that one cut in half. Do I rinse out my glue sponge? No. I just leave it. You could though. All right, and let's add a gold gem I wish I had the ones that were a bit smaller, but I've run out. I don't want to put an order in until July 1st when we can order from the new catalog. So I've been holding off. All right, so there's our first card, Always and Forever. And I really like this one, it's pretty. So that's pink and gold. And I like just the little hint of vellum. I thought of doing even like a little something like this behind, or I don't know. Seems to me it's got enough going on. And I don't even think we need Wink of Stella. Believe it or not, no Wink of Stella. Okay, so I'll leave these vellum ones over here in case I need them. All right, so that's our pink one. Let's move on to our next gold one. Gold and white. So for this one, I've chosen one of the nested dies, heat embossed, Always and Forever. Same background, working in white. So let's go ahead and put on our embossed piece. Okay, that did not. All right, so I'm going to try to center the, oops, try to center it. This one, because of all the lines in it, you can kind of tell if you don't go centered. Okay, so then I'm going to put this here flat and then this on top. I thought of popping it up, but I guess I could. I was thinking these little things would be sticking in front of it. And then I am going to add a few little elements around, so maybe I will pop it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on. I'm going to do the same thing. Bring in my wax paper. I'm going to flip it to a new side. Use my glue again. And my sponge. So you can see the bottom of my sponge. It's yucky. I don't know, you're probably supposed to wash it, but I don't want to have to wash anything more than I already have to. Okay, so it just needs a little bit of glue around the edges. You can decide if you want to put some into the middle or not. It doesn't need a lot of glue. It's not a very big piece. So let's take this one. I think this is my favorite one. And we do want it in the center, and we do want it straight. So I'm going to look at the top to try to get it straight. Okay, that looks good. Now here's our other little element. And I do want to put some vellum, and I want to put some gold, and I want to put some white. So I'm going to bring in my little tray. Now this one has a lot of different elements, so we could even use some of these little ferns that I have left over. Maybe this one might be good. Again, we don't need a lot because there's a lot going on. At least this one has it's not quite as intense as the last one. I might add a bow to this one. So I'm thinking that, and maybe that, and the smaller one, a vellum. These little pieces are great because they stick out both sides, so when you build something up, you really see it. But I'm going to flip these around and put the white behind. Okay, so I'm going to build that up just off screen. I don't know if I need anything else. I think that's enough. Yeah, so I'm going to do vellum. Oh, I might add this one. Vellum, white, gold. Yeah, I think that's good. Vellum, white, and gold. Okay, so I'm going to grab a glue dot, put it on the vellum. I'm going to put it right about there. Then next is the white, and I want that to go up as pretty high. and then the gold. And I think this same glue dot might work for all of them. There, I like that. And then we'll add one more glue dot to add it to the back, and then we'll pop it up with dimensionals. Now we can decide which way we want it to go. Do we want it to kind of go that way, that way? I think this one I'll do a little bit to the right. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's grab our dimensionals. So these are quick and easy cards. So imagine if you had a beautiful, you know what there is in the new catalog for Christmas is red foil. That will be beautiful. But these are quick cards to put together, but they definitely have a wow factor. All right, I think I'm going to put a bow on this one, so let's make one and see if I like it, and if not, we can keep it for another card. So this twine, I'm almost down to the end. I'll have to get some more of that for sure. It comes with this one, the gauzy one, which honestly I haven't used quite as much, but I know I will use a lot in the fall when we're doing all our nice fall cards. All right, and I'm going to unravel these just because I like to, because they unravel anyways, so you may as well make it like it was actually an intentional element on your card. That's my thinking. So I'm getting a glue dot. And so we can put it here. Yeah, I like it there. Kind of up with your other elements. There. So there's our first white one. I didn't really need this one. Maybe I do. I do if I can tuck it in there. Let's see. Perfect. So it's got a lot of the same elements that are on the edge of the little border piece, we'll call it. All right, so there's the second one. So we have a pink one, we have a white one, and then we have one more white one. So I'm just going to tuck this one under. I'll put this over here actually. All right. And this one I showed you in another video, how many different elements you can get out of this one. I didn't cut this one up yet because it's my last one. So, and I have lots of this from the wreath. Oh, we do need a little gem over here. I think we need a couple. 2. I'll stop at 2. As I'm looking, I'm adding one to the first card. Okay, so then we have those 2. And then for the third one, I'm using this beautiful, this one's really pretty as well. I think this one and this one are my favorite. And then the other ones are more like lines, I think. I'm trying to remember. All right, so let's go ahead and put our embossed piece. The measurements for all 3 cards are the same for the card base and the embossing piece. I just use the same embossing folder on all of them because I really like this embossing folder. Just pull in a little closer so I can see it a little better. All right, there we go. That's a beautiful embossing folder. And I'll just pull this in and do our last little piece. And I'll probably need a bit more glue. So this one is thinner, gotta say. And really you try not to move this because then it gets glue on the other side. That's the trick. I think I have glue all over my nails. All right. And that's just wax paper that I'm using there. All right. Alright, so let's try to put this one down. Try not to get glue on the front. Glue on foil does not, white glue does not look pretty. So what I try to do is find two places and then pop it down. Alright, so I did a larger greeting for this one. Love and laughter forever after. Oh, this would be such a beautiful wedding card. That greeting is from Forever Fern. Love and laughter forever after. I love the way it has different fonts. It's really, really pretty. And look how simple this card is. So you could leave it just like that, but I can't, but you could. So I think for this one I might have things coming up here and here. You know how I like to do both corners. So we definitely need some gold and we need some vellum. I'm going to cut this one apart and we need some white as well. Now I do have to go back and trim out this leaf because that's where I cut it off before. So you just make the leaf a bit smaller. No biggie. Which die? Okay, this is the, good question, the Tasteful Labels dies. I use this one quite a bit. And I forgot to pull it out because I have my little container of dyes here. Whenever I do white or vellum, I always do two. So I just pulled it out of here. That's why I forgot to let you know. I told you this one was the nested dies and this one is the Stitch So Sweetly. So this has some really, really nice ones. I've used these a lot. And the sentiment set, this is a bundle, is really pretty too. It came, Lee's, with, well, it was a bundle with the sentiment set that has the two different types of script. It's really pretty. I'm just looking for it. Oh, this one. Lovely You. And this set is beautiful. I just love the script. Just because I love this saying. Love is what makes us family. That'd be a nice card to send to someone that you can't see right now. Anyways, beautiful. On this one, miles apart but still in my heart. How did they know we were going to be part of a pandemic? Anyways, this was a bundle. Was one of the first ones I got because I really liked the font. Okay, back to our card. So we need white and we need... okay, I always like to look and see what leaves they have in here. So I know I'm just going to lay them like this for now. This one is going to go this way. This one is going to go this way. That's a nice long one. Make sure it's not too long. It's going to go off the paper. So when you do cut your wreath apart, they are different lengths. And this one I wasn't sure about, so I am going to trim it off because this is too long for sure. And then sometimes you do have to go back in and give it a bit of a cleanup. There we go. And look, we have two elements. The best little secret. Well, it might not be a secret. You probably all thought of that. Okay, so I do want some white in here. Oh, I also cut up, ooh, this will be pretty. I also cut up this big one. So it was like this. Kind of. So I did cut this one up as well because that is a one big element and I think I like getting more bang for my buck. This one, it's a little harder to trim them out, but when they're all layered up, you don't see all those other elements. So this one's going to go on for sure. So I need something white behind there. Or maybe I need something bigger. I either need bigger vellum and little white or bigger white and little vellum. So let's cut up this one and see what I'm going to do. So let's start with white and then go to vellum. bit of a game. Then, no, I'm going to go white. I'm just going to do it on top for now. White, bigger gold, up as far as I can, vellum, and little gold. Yes, I like that. I like that, but just gonna try a little bigger piece of vellum. So I'm just cutting these up here. It's a bit of a, that's why I love having my little tray of all my cutouts that I have. Those of you who haven't been with me, I have my little tray that I pre-cut everything so I can just go back and pull stuff out and try it and see if I like it. So I'm going to switch out this vellum for this vellum and then put that gold back on. And then let's just see, I don't want to get too big because this is a big greeting. Okay, I like that. And then not as much down here. So I think it has to be one of these bigger gold ones though. I'm going to swap it out for this one. Maybe this and this down here. This is even the reverse side of the vellum when I cut it out, but you don't need to know that because it doesn't matter. Yeah, I like that. And then it'll get a ribbon somewhere. Not a ribbon, some gold twine. Alright, so let's just lift this off. And again, I build backwards. I build up each little section backwards. So I'll put a glue dot on the vellum. And then put my gold on top. Now I want my gold. Yeah, that's good. So that's going to go down here, but I'm going to wait and put it on to see how far up or down I need to make it. And let's grab these 4. And we'll build from the back. Remembering that I want this one fairly high up. So that's going to be the second one. So I'm going to put my glue dot about there. It makes a difference how you design it and where you're going to put your glue dots. I could try, I have one that's a bit bigger. Yeah, I like that better. Then my other piece of vellum. Oh, Shannon's getting her tray ready for Christmas cards. It's so much easier when you have your little tray of elements. Now this one I don't want, I want it about there. Alright, so let's see if I like what I have. So that's going to go up here, and I have to remember not to go off the edge of the card. This is going to go here, and I want to angle that a bit more. It needs to go down a little bit. And then this one is going down here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this one in. On, I mean, not in. And I do want it a little, yeah, I think that might be good. Okay. And now this one, another glue dot right at the top, and I'll make sure I put a dimensional on the other side so that it really sticks well. Now this one, I just want to make sure I'm not off the edges. I think that looks good. Just do a last check. Okay, that looks good. We can adjust it to fit when we put it on. So I'm going to make sure I put dimensionals right over top of both of these. It does make it a bit higher, but it's fine. So I'm anxious to actually try these with making some Christmas cards. I did use one a long time ago, like when I first got them. I made a Christmas card and it was pretty. It wasn't very fancy, but I was just trying stuff out. Okay, so I do want this fairly centered, but keeping, is that straight? I'm just looking to see if it's straight. Yep. I'm just going to move all these little elements out of the way. All right, now I'll do a bow and then we can decide if we like it. I could have done, no, I couldn't have really. I think it needs something here. That's where I'm thinking I'm going to put it, but we'll see if I like it. Does anyone else have these gold specialty papers? They were on back order for a while. I'm not sure if they're available again, but they make it so quick and easy to make beautiful cards. My two go-to things lately are the Posies card kit and this. Yeah, right there is good. But then when I try a different set, it's like, oh, now this is my new favorite. There's so many things to love in the new catalog. It really is one of their best, I think. Oh, I forgot to twirl. So twirl so you get it all frayed. That's all literally you do. Twirl it the opposite way to the way it's wound. Because it's going to fray anyway, so you may as well fray it yourself. There. That one's not quite as frayed as much. And then you can pull the two bows out because it is a double bow. And let's add a little bit of bling. This sentiment is quite a bit bigger, so I think it can, hey, maybe I'll put, I don't usually do this, but let's try. The trick is getting them exactly even. There. Is that even? That one needs to go down. Whoopsie. Don't mess with them. Should have left it. There. Well, if it's not perfectly even, I don't really think anyone's going to notice. I just feel like I want more. All right, that's good. Okay. So today we were playing with the Gold Specialty Designer Series paper, and we made one card with petal pink and gold. And we used petal pink cutouts from the Flourishing dies is what these are. And we used the background elements, and then we did this one white on white and with gold and white on white with gold. So those are the cards for today. I always like to lay them out at the end so I can get a shot on for my Facebook Live for the thumbnail. All right. Yes, the Boho Indigo set looks beautiful. Okay, Diane had a comment. Well, thanks, Minik. Diane, all I see is if. So, these are quick and easy to make, and I think they do have a bit of a wow. And if you get the Gold Designer Specialty Series paper, it's got another, and it's one of the other ones that says laser cut, but laser paper. Anyways, so a lot of the elements I used, I cut out of other pieces of these. I did check on these ones to see if I could cut them up, but they're too attached, I think. I could maybe do this one, but it can't be too hard to do where you lose all the sizes of the leaves. Anyways, they're so intricate and beautiful that it makes for easy and quick cards. So thank you for joining me today in my craft studio. I hope you're joining me in my mission to make a card, send a card. and I will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock with something new and fun to show you. So thanks for joining me, and stay cool. It's hot out again today, but I'm not going to complain. We did get some rain last night, so I was happy about that. And big, huge thunder. All right, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget to like this video, and also you can subscribe to my Facebook. Not subscribe, you can like it, and you can click on the bell to get notifications when I go live. You can also go to my blog, mariannecowan.com, where I will post the measurements for the cards. There's actually hardly any measurements for these cards, and I do post them as well to my YouTube channel. All right, we'll see you tomorrow at 3. Thanks, and have a great day.